Hello everyone. I am a mess, but when am I not? I just wanted to pop in and talk to you guys about something that I'm going through because it may or may not affect some videos in the future. Not totally sure. I'm in the process of receiving another diagnosis. Over the last few months, I have come to the realization that I am part of a system, and we are not sure which ones specifically yet. I'm working with my psychiatrist and my therapist on it, but I have either dissociative identity disorder or otherwise specified dissociative disorder. That disorder used to be known as multiple personality disorder, but it's now known as DID or OSDD because it's a more updated and less stigmatized term. And DID and OSDD form from childhood trauma. From my understanding, it's basically, it happens before like the age of 10 or so, when you're all different parts of your personality start to integrate together, and so something traumatic happens to you and a split occurs and another alter or personality kind of like forms with you inside your head to kind of like protect you from those traumatic memories. Don't take exactly what I'm saying as true. This is still like, it's been a thing within the last like 6 or so months for me, so I'm still very new to it, and part of it is I don't know what the childhood trauma was. However, it seems like some of my alters or personalities do know what it is, and they do not want me to know. I have identified 7 other alters so far. There are a few fragments or other alters that don't have names yet. They don't really come out or say much or do anything. And part of what helped me come to this realization is I have been dealing with like blackouts and lost time my entire life. I'll be fine 1 minute and then I'll become conscious 6 hours later and I'll have no idea what I did, what I said, what happened. Like I don't know. And I have since figured out that's because I was not the one who was conscious up in the front of my brain. It was one of my alters. And for a very, very long time, up until about 6 months ago, there was zero communication between any alter and me. I didn't know. Some of the auditory hallucinations I have aren't actually auditory hallucinations. They're my other alters talking in my head. It's really weird. It's really confusing. I feel like I want to talk about it a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be making any educational videos on it. There are already so many channels that make educational content for DID and OSDD. 3 of my favorites are Multiplicity in Me, Dissociated, and Team Pinata. They're all really good. I will try my best to link their channels down below if you would like to learn more about DID or OSDD. But the reason I'm saying this is because I have a feeling there might be an alter or 2 who also want to make videos, and I really don't think making a 4th channel is a smart idea. Like, it's already very hard for me to keep up with 3 channels, and I barely upload on my vlog channel anyway. So there might be some videos with some other alters on here at some point. I don't know, but this is becoming a bigger and bigger part of my life, I guess. It's not something I can ignore anymore, which is hard, which is really complicated. So I only know a few like small things about DID and OSDD. I'm really just trying my best to learn as much as I possibly can through content on YouTube, through reading medical journals and blogs, through working with my therapist and my psychiatrist. But it's still incredibly new, it's incredibly scary, and I don't really know. I just wanted to share because it might come up and I don't want it to take you guys by total surprise. I'm readjusting. I'm trying to figure out how to live, how to work with my alters and not like push them out. I'm trying to figure out how to communicate with them. I'm debating starting a system journal, but I don't know that anyone would keep up with it. Right now we use an app called Self-Talking. It's available for iPhone, and it's basically like an app where you can go in and like role play conversations, but with yourself. That's what it's designed for, but you can add different profiles and make separate chats. So like I have a chat for my littles, my child alters. I have a chat for all of the adults in the group. I have a chat for everyone. That's everyone. I have a chat that is just me and my persecutor because I need to be able to communicate with him. And that seems to be working somewhat. Not everyone always remembers to log on and like say when they've been fronting. So I'm gonna have to try some other systems, whether that is getting like sticky notes and having them available, or putting whiteboards up around the apartment or something, so we can all kind of keep track and communicate with each other. Because especially over the last like week or so, I've been dealing with so much lost time, like so much, and there has been no communication. So I have no idea who is fronting. I have no idea what I did or what we did. I had no idea like things that may have come out of the body's mouth. And that's another thing, it's like talking in plurals is very weird. I'm getting used to it, luckily, because I have some friends who are also systems, and being able to talk with them kind of normalizes it for me. So when I say we, I'm regarding to my system. When I say the body, I am saying that in regards to my physical body that houses the system, which is in my brain. There is a possibility I make videos on this in the future. I do not know if I will, and if I do, they probably will not be educational videos, just because this is still such a new thing for me and for the rest of us. I was debating for a while whether or not I actually wanted to share this with the public, because it is pretty personal, but I think it's getting to a point where it's a lot more difficult to hide it than it is to embrace it. And I'm still adjusting, I'm still learning how to embrace it. I am still not 100% comfortable with everything all the time, and I'm sure there are going to be certain things about the system that I keep private. I probably won't talk about the littles much, the child alters. Both of them hold a lot of trauma, some of which I am unaware of. So I probably won't talk about them a lot. There's a chance I'll talk about the others in the system, but again, I'm not totally sure. I really don't know where this is going to go. It's just something that I felt I needed to address. Coming to terms with it is incredibly difficult. If you have a system or experience it, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And this is something like I never really gave thought to until my psychiatrist brought it up with me. And as he was explaining like the symptoms and the diagnostic criteria, everything made sense. Like it really explained a lot of things that have happened in my life since I was a young kid. And I am in the diagnosis process. I do not have an official diagnosis yet. If you're unaware, it is next to impossible to get officially diagnosed with DID or OSDD. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so difficult. I think it's just because it is such a severe diagnosis. It's similar to when I got diagnosed with schizoaffective. It took me well over 6 years to be properly diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, even though I experienced it for forever. So I'm probably gonna have to wait a little bit before I get an official diagnosis. That's fine, but I am absolutely a system with or without that professional diagnosis, and I am also well aware that not everybody has access to get a professional diagnosis. I don't support self-diagnosis for everything, but I think if you look at the symptoms, look at the diagnostic criteria, and it fits your bill, I don't see why you can't say, I believe I have this because I fit the symptoms and I fit the criteria. And you can absolutely start working on yourself to like treat that part of you if you cannot receive a proper diagnosis or proper treatment, because it is honestly ableist to say that you have to have a diagnosis in order to have something. There are so many different issues with insurance and healthcare in general, and weights or malpracticing doctors, where for some people professional diagnosis just is not possible. I am very, very lucky. Everything I have been professionally diagnosed with, and I am in the process for this DID or OSDD. We're still not sure which one. So I'm in the professional diagnostic process for that, but I don't know when it will be official. I don't know when it will be on my paperwork. It's gonna take time, and it's weird and it's new, and I'm really, really trying my best to absorb this information and like make communication better between me and the other people in my system. They're all around for a reason. I I might make some videos with them if they want to. I probably will not be doing educational videos. Like I said, I'm going to keep repeating that, so please do not ask me to do educational videos on this because I am still one that needs to be educated on this. But I have a feeling that some of the adults might like to do a little bit of an introduction video for themselves and stuff. So I might do like a meet the alters type video. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be something that happens. It might happen. I'm not promising anything, it just might. So I know this was a little weird and I definitely didn't plan to make this video. I needed a video to come out this week anyway and I didn't have anything planned, so earlier this morning when I was like, I should probably make a video about that, I'm glad I did. I don't know. It's weird. It's complicated. I'm still learning a lot. If you have questions about it, I would probably recommend not asking me because, like I said, I'm still very much learning. Check out those 3 channels that I mentioned. I will link them in the description. If you would like to keep up with me day to day in between uploads, you can follow me on social media. It is at the Riley Kyle on all platforms. If you would like to see some introductions from some of my alters, you can check out the Instagram at the Rose System. Be aware though that on that account I do tag my vent account, but if you are not somebody that I personally know, I will not be accepting your follow request on that account. It is personal, it is private, and it is going to stay that way. However, any of you are welcome to follow the Rose System intros account. That's what my system is called, the Rose System. Just be very aware that requesting to follow my private account is not something, don't do it, because I will not approve your follow request. It's not going to happen. I only allow a very, very select number of people on that account, and that's the way it's going to stay. I deserve a safe and private place to vent and be open about struggles and things, and yeah, that's just how it's gonna be. If you want to see more videos from me, you can subscribe to this channel. I post over here about once a week. I also have a vlog channel and a whole channel about age regression, which I post on over there about 2 to 3 times a week. So if you want even more content from me, definitely check out those channels. They are linked in the description. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. So welcome new diagnoses. We love that. You know, that's funny. I've been saying we love that as like an ironic joke for a very long time, but now when I say we, it's actually we. Alright, that's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. Do all that you do, and I'll see you soon. Bye.